has fixed dimensions. It now automatically resizes to fit your screen, using approximately 95%. That sounds like an amazing, mind-bending descent. You want to go deeper than the Earth's core, through the very fabric of existence, and into the abstract. That means the game must not have a true end, only the challenge of perpetual survival. I have completely refactored the physics to fix the player not moving. That sounds like an epic physics-defying descent. To build this, I've created a single-file HTML application that simulates an object accelerating into the vast depths. The 25 trillion million billion meters I can certainly get those rosters for you. Since the Warriors and Cavaliers played in 4 consecutive NBA Finals, that happens sometimes with speech-to-text. I can definitely help you generate. That sounds like a thrilling and challenging game idea. A high-stakes vertical ascent where the ground crumbles beneath you. I love it. I'm creating a single-file HTML game called Platform that incorporates the crushing decay mechanic, the infinite fall death, and a scrolling viewport to represent the layers of the climb. You can interact with the game using the arrow keys, left, right, up, or WASD, and there are touch controls implemented for mobile devices. I think you'll find the I completely apologize for that frustrating first experience. It sounds like the initial physics were far too aggressive, making it nearly impossible to control, and the jump mechanic felt unresponsive. I've redesigned the core physics to be much slower and more controllable. I've also implemented the layers system with visual depth changes and a gradual difficulty increase where gravity slightly accelerates as you climb higher, making the challenge increase dynamically. Here's the updated game, now much more playable. I'm having a hard time fulfilling your request. I can definitely pick up where we left off and create the Platform Climber 2.0 game for you. I've set up the game physics with a moderate gravity level, as requested, and implemented a timer that tracks the game seconds based on your specific conversion rate. 1 game sec equals 0.123 IRL secs. You win the journey once you reach 109 game seconds. That's a great idea. Making the instructions clear for touch devices is crucial for mobile users. I've updated the game logic to create a simple, responsive block runner game. This sounds like a fun and challenging combination. We'll create a single-file platformer called Climber's Tappy Ascent, where the goal is to navigate through a hostile, gravity-defying environment in less than 109 seconds. Instead of a standard jump, you'll use the tap game mechanic. You must repeatedly tap or hold to fight gravity and control Climber's vertical position while the world scrolls past. This is a fantastic set of ideas. Combining 15 distinct dimensions, 92 checkpoints, and a powerful dedicated jump button will turn Climber's Tappy Ascent into a challenging epic journey. I have updated the single HTML file to implement these features. The game now includes 1. 15 levels, dimensions. The background color changes instantly when you reach the required distance for the next level. 92 checkpoints. Collectible. Ah, that's a frustrating bug. You are absolutely right. The logic for resetting and starting the game after a loss or win was incorrectly trying to overwrite the button's handler, which is unreliable in the browser environment. I have fixed this by implementing a single, robust click listener on the Start button that checks the current game state. Now, the game will correctly identify whether it needs a full reset or a checkpoint restart before calling Start Game. I've updated the file climber_dimensional_ascent. I apologize for that. It sounds like the JavaScript was failing to properly initialize the game entities before the first drawing cycle, or the resize logic caused issues with the player position. It's crucial that the game objects are visible and interactive right from the start. I have completely refactored the initialization and drawing logic in the file below. I've ensured the player and a starting platform are always drawn in the initial state, and the start button logic is guaranteed to trigger the game loop correctly. This new version should fix all drawing and start issues. 1. Fixed initialization. The player and the necessary starting platform are created reliably in Reset Game. 2. Guaranteed. I can absolutely create an abstract puzzle game with that massive dimension count. To handle 4,982 distinct dimensions, I love combining concepts. This project will merge the idea of navigating multiple dimensions with a cryptic dimensional cipher that holds the key to the game's objective. I've created a single-file HTML application, styled using Tailwind CSS, that sets up a simple interdimensional puzzle. Your goal is to explore the four. This is an exciting expansion. I've merged. That sounds like a great idea for a dimension-hopping puzzle game. While I can't look up a specific dimension. That is an extremely ambitious and creative request. Dealing with 4,982 dimensions is a highly abstract concept far beyond standard computing. Since this sounds like a fascinating thought experiment, perhaps from science fiction or a game, I've created a single-file, mobile-friendly HTML application that models the conceptual principles of a dimensional cipher. This model simplifies the 4,982 dimensions into a two-dimensional matrix and uses substitution. Sure, I can help with that. Could you tell me the two or more colors you'd like the gradient to transition between? Also, let me know if you want it to go up, down, left, right, or diagonally. That's a very creative way to describe a gradient. It sounds like you're looking for a smooth transition with many color stops, making the This is a fantastic request. Creating a smooth, dynamically changing. That sounds like a great way to visualize a complete color ramp. I've put together a single-file HTML application that lets you view the full spectrum of shades, from the lightest, 51/100ths, all the way up to the. I understand. You want a single, seamless visualization that represents the full color ramp, from the lightest shade, 50, to the darkest, 950, and you want it to look smooth and dynamic like a GIF. That's a fantastic idea for a visually comprehensive gradient. I've updated the application to meet your exact specifications. 1. The gradient now starts with pure white. This is a comprehensive request. I've significantly expanded the color selection and maintained the smooth, dynamic CSS gradient effect to give you that smooth video feel across the full spectrum. I certainly can. To make it look like a definitive, full-spectrum video reference, I've updated the file. This is a fantastic request that requires combining several advanced visual analysis and motion graphics concepts typically handled in a node-based editor like DaVinci Resolve Fusion or Blender Compositor. Since I cannot run a live video editing program, I will create a single, fully responsive HTML file that uses JavaScript and the Canvas API to simulate these 6 visual effects in analytical. That's a powerful idea for dynamic visual feedback. I've updated the simulation so that the speed of all dynamic effects, the gradients, the car movement, the combined output, and the vector scope trace continuously accelerates with every frame. You will now see the animation gradually get faster and faster, and I've added a visible speed multiplier to track the acceleration. Here, I apologize. The previous acceleration factor was too subtle to be easily noticeable. I've dramatically increased the rate of acceleration so you'll see the speed. Got it. I'll make sure to cap the count, list length, This sounds like a powerful project. I've created a single-file web application for your hyper-accelerating visual effects grid simulation. This simulation features a customizable visual grid that tracks a complexity score against your specified maximum of 10 trillion, 10 to the power of 13. You can use That's a fantastic, high-concept project. You're describing a deep dive into real-time visual effects and complex data visualization. That's fantastic. I'm glad we nailed the complex visual simulation you were looking for. I've already generated the comprehensive single-file HTML application that includes the hyper-accelerating complexity score, up to 10 trillion, a 3D motion car ramp simulation using Three.js, the A to B full-spectrum grading visualized by dynamic color shifts in the 3D scene, the color map and curve viewer on a 2D canvas that warps based on the complexity score. You can find the file above, hyper-accelerating visuals and color grading simulation. Is there anything you would like to modify?